A sweat. There's a sweat. Hot seat. It's a hot seat. I wanted to be like, hey, I'm on this new stuff that's coming out. It started with a rock vibe, and I was like, what is this? Is this for real? Like, is this like ENHYPEN? And
We go! Go, 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 go!
Hey, what's up, everyone? Today, I'm going to sit down with my good friend Watt, who is songwriter, music producer, and artist manager, who recently co-wrote the best-selling single "Vibing" for Young Jay from GOT7 and the number one hit song "Blessed Curse" by ENHYPEN. Basically involved in pretty much everything you hear on K Radio. So thanks again for taking your time to share your success story with aliens in the room.
no, like, actually, thank you for like inviting because I actually don't really do interviews. So, I mean, for my friends, I'm good with it. So.
Yeah, I feel very special.
Well, I mean, there's really no secrets. It's just that like I kind of just never stop, never stop working. I guess like I think um, if I get something like a project and I get a cut or a placement, I think I just kind of put that to a side and I keep working and trying to find new relationships to make and create. I think that's the secret for me personally is I just kind of make sure the relationships are built before I even work with anybody. So that's when like I think genuine projects happen, and then they kind of the projects kind of come to me, and then I give them projects. It's kind of like two-way street, you know. So I think what that's what people are missing nowadays is just kind of genuine relationships and not like just working together for the sake of working together. So like I work with you, Young, you know, like I think when we worked on this girl Alexa for K-pop, that didn't happen like for like a little while after we met. You know, like we met like maybe like months and months before, but we I didn't really find like a genuine project to work on with you. But then when we did, it was amazing, and it became a big project that we worked on together. You know, so it was really fun. I had so much fun. I think like what my best thing about what I can do is like I kind of find the best parts about each person, and then I kind of let them kind of do their thing, and I kind of take a step back. Like I personally I'm not the best writer, producer, mixer, engineer in my friend group, but I kind of want to work with those people like you. Like you're one of the best mixers, engineers I know personally. So I kind of let you kind of do your own thing and make something amazing happen while I kind of just, you know, lead the way or kind of just guide whatever, you know. But, you know, we can talk about all our other amazing friends, but yeah, like I kind of pick out the right parts of each person and it works out. You know, I think our team is amazing. So I feel like I'm on Pluto. Like I feel like um, I feel like like not to get too deep, but I feel like I'm far away from like here. Like I don't think people really um get me too much. Like I kind of live my own life. I kind of do my own thing. I think I have my own beliefs. I do my own thing, but um I don't know. I think like I like to be far away from like the industry, but like you know that's I think Pluto is the right planet to be from, for me at least. Yeah. Because there's a lot going on in the industry. So like I like to just have my own time, my free time, and then come back to work and you know.
Speaking of which, what do you like to do on your free time?
I recently just picked up a Nintendo Switch, so I'm playing that constantly now, and then I've been watching a lot of K dramas.
Oh, that's amazing. Which one are you watching right now?
I've been watching a this one called Record of Youth. It's starring one of my favorite actresses. I don't remember how you pronounce her name, but um, she starred in Parasite, the sister of Parasite, and yeah, Record of Youth is like it's pretty much like about like social media and how young people go about it. So it's kind of cool. It has a cute little love story. So yeah, it's on Netflix, so you should you know. Oh, especially in K-pop. Okay, well, number one, I think you have to just have a library at first. Um, like you don't want to go into a meeting with like one song. I think it's best for you to like have at least 10 songs, like 5 to 10 songs to show. I think that's what I've learned. Like after I met up with some people, it goes with my second rule is like or second thing is like find a publisher that is that knows what they're doing and you kind of you know you see their credits and they're kind of like they're doing something in the industry. So I think finding a publisher is really key, and then they're gonna ask for like a library, like 5 to 10 songs or even more, like 20 songs. And I think number three would be like just being consistent with like uh, writing and producing. If like they send you a lead or like a brief, meaning like information about what they want, um, you just have to just be consistent and keep on sending in tracks and just do your best. And I think I would say just the most important thing is just listen to the material, listen to K-pop in general, and be a fan of it, and just kind of know what the structure is, what each group sounds like, and I kind of live it, so that's why like I kind of have an advantage over some other people. So um, that's pretty much K-pop side. So yeah, I would say nowadays it is because like there's so many people that are doing it, and there's so many people that want to do it, and um, yeah, I think like the best way to get in is kind of um, maybe message a couple of people that are doing it, and hopefully they message back. But I think that there's a lot of publishing companies that are always looking for new writers and producers. Um, so I think reach out to those people first. Yeah. Well, I some people would be like, you know, like they want big artists and like, really big artists. But for me, like I like to work with people who are on my radar and like what I like is different. And some of the artists like there's an artist, her name's Hoodie. I really like her so much, and I'm trying to manifest that like super hard right now. Um, BB is another one. I met her a couple months ago, and I think she's amazing. And other than that, like I, I I I have gotten to work with everybody I wanted to work with, but that's in K-pop. In America, there's so many like Justin Bieber and yeah, we can go for days. We can go for days, but for now, like I kind of just like to work with um, like just people that I like to that I'm a fan of, So
Yeah, you just keep like making magic happens, and then everyone's like, "How did you do that?"
it was actually hard because like about this like the ENHYPEN one. Like I wanted to be like, hey, I'm on this new stuff that's coming out, but like it was like 4 months, and yeah, stuff like that. Like it's really hard to like keep in with you because it's really exciting. And finally, they announced it like recently, so I'm excited about that too.
When you got that news about you having that cut on ENHYPEN, I was there. That was the first time I met Peter, soft server boy.
That was one of the most surprising moments of my life. For sure.
Yes. So tell us about like how did you first find out you have a cut on the ENHYPEN song?
Last curse. It was well, my really good friend Peter. He's an amazing producer, songwriter, and we did it together, and with our friend Drew. And um, fast forward, we did the demo, we sent it in, and then like I don't even know. I think it was like 3 weeks after, and I was just like nervous. I was like, I don't know if we got it or not. Whatever. Like they haven't said anything. Um, so and then one night we kind of just went to dinner and kind of had dinner with our friends, and I just kind of came up with like, oh hey, like we were talking about ENHYPEN for some reason, and then Peter's like, hey, how's it feel if like you got the single on the next one? I was like, that'd be amazing. And I think he said something like congratulations or something, and I was just like, what are you talking about? Like, and I looked at Young and I was like, what are you talking about? And then she knew, and like she knew, and like they were keeping it secret, and I was like, oh my gosh, I felt I felt like so surprised and so like confused at the same time. And then after I think like 20-30 minutes after, I was like, it finally hit me, and I was like, this is amazing. It's like, um, you know, I always wanted to work with them, so it was one of my best nights of like the few years. It was really really awesome, and I shared it with my friend. So.
Yeah, I'm so happy that I was there to witness that. And
Did you even know coming into dinner?
I didn't know before prior to dinner because that was my
Yeah.
first time meeting Peter.
Oh.
But
I remember. I think he actually found out on the day of, so I think that makes sense.
that's why he broke the news. He's like, I cannot hold it anymore. I'm like, we're trying to give him a surprise because he loved ENHYPEN, and I
Perfect.
was like, yeah, definitely. Like, I'll help you hype that like up. And when it comes to break the news, you were so confused. You were just like, wait, what's happening?
It was confused, but also like happiness, and also
Yeah,
like, is this real? Because it's like, um, it all like I usually like find the news over email or like text message or whatever, and then I can just be by myself and be like, okay, like this is cool, like we did it. But like getting the information like in your face at real time with all your friends while we're out and having dinner is like just on a different like experience level. So um, yeah, it was awesome.
yeah. I'm so happy for you.
Thank
Um,
you.
so do you have any like fun stories while you were working on the songs with Peter and Jewel?
Yeah, that. So Peter called me to come into studio, and then they were both in the studio, and so what's funny was like I didn't know what the song sounded like, and so like when he played the song, it started with a rock vibe, and I was like, what is this? Is this for real? Like, is this like in hyphen? And so like they never done anything like this before, so it was really challenging to like figure out like what they want to do. Um, but it was really fun because like me and Drew and Peter, we kind of come up with like really silly um, lyrics and concepts, and like we really have fun together. Um, so like I think we just kind of we literally just did the session in like an hour max, and I think Drew at that time was super like sick, like his voice was gone, but we we need him to like record the vocals. So he did it within like 45 minutes, and we wrote that really quickly. And um, yeah, it was it was kind of like late in the night, and we kind of just did it really quickly, and then it came out like this. So
Wow, that's magical. That's God was there.
I believe it.
Yeah, but I feel like that's your power too, because every time I write with you, things happen like that constantly. Just like everything comes so easily, so naturally, and then everything just so fast.
And I think that contributes to like being really good friends with people, and with when we work together on Alexa song. extra. I think like we just had a good time instead of like it's work, you know.
Yeah.
Like went out to eat. We kind of chilled. We drank a little bit. We we did the work, and those were like really fun 2 days, 2 3 days, whatever. Um, and it starts with a good relationship, really good relationship. So I think like if I can add on to it, I think people forget like especially like for us like people we kind of been working on this for like 10 years now at least, you know, and I feel like people forget that like we started doing music for fun. We started doing music so then we can like get away from the reality or just like, you know, we love being creative and it wasn't work at the beginning. So I think like for me to create an environment with people and vibe and have fun and have conversations with people during the creation process is very cool because like um, you know I love when people are having fun laughing and then at the end of the day it's like we come out with like a super amazing song. So and that's just genuine to me and I love that. So I honestly like if I have to pick one, I probably would love to um go forward like a couple years because I think like no, that's not true. Here's my real answer though. I want to stay where I am because um I think my everything is clicking and everything is going well and I think I don't never want to. I actually don't want to live in the like go back and relive the past anymore because I think like I know what it felt like. I know what it was. I learned from it, and yeah. So I think I'd rather stay here, but if I have to pick the future, like a couple years, yeah. I'm just like I kind of love what we're doing now and all the people that we're meeting. So if we go in the past, then we kind of just we kind of erase all that. So I think like right now it's the perfect time, um, and it's a perfect core people that I have in my life. So I wouldn't want to change that. So I'm with you. I would never want to go back to the past. Like there's some things I would like to relive, but that's okay.
You're mentioning about clicking, right? Everything is clicking right now, and I always see like success is kind of like a machine. Once you get it running, it will never stop. It will just keep going bigger and bigger and bigger. So
Mm.
I wanted to ask you like, what was the like the turning factor, like the number one factor to get this machine started?
Um, interesting question. Interesting question. I think um, I would say the machine. I think I think a lot of it had to do with like I met this guy named Adian, and I think like he he's one of my best friends, but also like one of my like writing and producing partners. We've known each other for like 10 years at least. Um, I think I found him. I remember like I don't know if he wants this out, but this is public at this point. Like he reached out to me like 10 years ago, on an email, and like I was kind of like just new to the game as well, and he was super new, and I had something going on, and so he reached out, and I kind of like, okay, can you send me some stuff for me to listen to? Amazing, you know, he's he's done amazing things to this day, but back in the day, like I would say meeting him and then really deciding to work with him was the turning point. I think because I at that time I was just going solo and I was doing everything by myself. I think you know this too. Like I was producing, recording, writing, um, engineering, mixing everything by myself in my own, just in my room. And so I really didn't collaborate with people. But the concept of collaboration became real is when I met Alien for the first time, and then yeah, literally from there then on, we were just kind of doing amazing things, and yeah, it was just us two for like a good 6 7 years before K-pop, I would say. And now, like individually, we've been doing some good stuff in the K-pop industry. So um, yeah, I think that's, I would say he's one of the reasons, but there's like multiple reasons. I would say, yeah. What about you? I don't know too much about what was your turning point in everything, like you know like mixing, mastering, like what's your answer?
My turning point on mixing was Jackson Wang from GOT7.
Ah,
Yeah.
like like what? Like he made you want to do it more?
Yeah, because before I was picking out a lot of independent artist projects. I wasn't doing anything big, even though I've worked with like big artists on the engineering side, but I only like tracking their vocals, being in writing camps, um, as an engineer, but never really mixed big projects. And he's basically the first big projects I ever touched. And also everything comes so naturally that I didn't even like ask for it. I was in the room with him. He was originally want to just cut some ellipse, and that was the song "I Love You 3000." And he wasn't quite
Amazing.
happy about the mix that came out, so he wanted to like change something. That's why he got into the studio.
Right.
So I just fixed that very quick, and instantly he liked it a lot. And then
Right.
I just like keep going, like make it how I wanted to hear. So I would just like
Hmm.
keep going until I find it. And he
Yeah.
was there with me. He would just like, oh yeah, I think this one can come up a little bit, or this phrase can like nudge it to the right little tiny bit. He's
Yeah.
very, 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 very particular, and he has really good ears. So we worked really well together. And then by the end of the session, he said, "This is ready. Send to the mastering." Yeah,
That's
so
amazing.
yeah, and then he's like sent all the songs to Young to mix. So that's
That's
how I got the
amazing.
whole album.
Like I think you can take out of that is like you found your own sound, and you found your own ways of mixing, and um that's amazing. I didn't know about that story, but that's pretty cool.
And then for producing, I would say meeting you is my turning point.
Oh, interesting.
Yeah, because I was just doing solo everything. You visited my studio, and then I was just in my little det and just working on the production, and I wasn't really good. But last year I grew dramatically because like I see how you guys work, how you collaborate with other people, and then how you bring me up in that environment and just like hype me up. So I just
Yeah.
kept working on it and just kept practicing, kept working. And then I
Yeah.
think like I listened back to the catalog I have from the first song last year and then to like the last one. I was like, oh my god, I can't even believe how much I've
Mm.
grown. So meeting you is definitely like a turning factor for me.
I think you work well with a lot of people, and that's what was it's a one of the best qualities about you, I think. Um, like I think you working with Aiden, you working with me, or like anybody else. I think like you just kind of adapt to a lot of people, so I think that's really cool. And yeah, like I don't really co-sign a lot of people, anyways. So I think like when I present my team with like a new person, they're like, let's see if she vibes well or this person vibes well. And yeah, you definitely are doing well. So
Oh,
you
thank
know
you.
two more projects.
Yes. All right. Last questions before we go. How do we
Mhm.
find you on social media?
um, I'm not a big social media person, but you can find me on Instagram at written by WD. Twitter, same thing, written by WD. I just changed it to that because I think it sounds really cool. um, and it's also the beginning, like kind of the beginning of the year now, so it's like just starting fresh, and um, yeah, I think that's pretty much it for social media. Yeah, pretty much. And I would say go support and cop ENHYPEN news album. So
Oh, yes, definitely.
we gotta make that number one.
Yes.
I love you, Young. I think you're amazing. I think like this channel, this concept, this idea is interviews and is amazing. I think like I feel like you're gonna you have a lot of people lined up already. I'm pretty sure you have some people in mind that you want to interview. But if you need anything from me, let me know. And I can set it up for you. Um, yeah, I would like to help your channel at some point. So.